Welcome to Clear English Podcast. I'm John, and today we're diving into a topic that's key to your long-term success.
Hey there. I'm Sarah, and in today's video, we're talking about something that's often overlooked, but without it, dreams stay dreams: discipline.
Exactly. We all know how important talent, intelligence, and opportunities are. But let's be real, without discipline, you're not going to go far. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades, and that's what sets the successful ones apart from the rest.
Right, John. You might have goals, but if there's no discipline to back them up, they'll always just stay goals. In this video, we'll break down what discipline really means, why it's so important, and how it plays a huge role in achieving success.
If you're serious about turning your dreams into reality and reaching your full potential, this episode is for you. Stick around, we've got some great insights coming your way.
So, if you're ready to make that shift and see results, let's dive right in.
Hey, Sarah, have you ever noticed how some people just seem to achieve their goals with ease, while others seem to struggle no matter how hard they try?
Oh, definitely. It's like there's this invisible force that's helping them stay on track, even when things get tough. And you know what that force is? Discipline.
Exactly. It's not about being perfect. It's about staying consistent, staying focused, even when things aren't going your way. That's the real secret to success.
So, if you've been wondering what's holding you back, it might just be time to take a closer look at your own discipline.
Alright, let me tell you a story that might hit close to home for a lot of you. It's about a person who seemed to have everything going for them, but despite all their potential, they couldn't reach their goals. This person was a musician, someone with incredible natural talent. They could pick up an instrument and play beautifully without even thinking twice about it. But there was one problem: discipline.
That's right, John. This musician was only practicing when they felt like it. Maybe they'd get inspired or in the mood, but when that mood wasn't there, the instrument stayed put, untouched in the corner of the room. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. They were still playing well, still impressing their friends, still getting a few gigs here and there. But over time, something started happening.
Exactly. As time went by, the progress began to slow down. What was once easy and natural for them wasn't coming as quickly anymore. And guess who was catching up? Musicians who didn't have the same natural talent, but had something the first musician lacked: discipline. They were practicing every day, putting in the work when it wasn't glamorous, and making steady progress.
And it wasn't long before the disciplined musicians began to surpass our talented friend. They were refining their skills, improving day by day, and getting opportunities that the naturally talented musician wasn't getting because they weren't putting in the same consistent effort.
And here's the thing: the talented musician wasn't lazy. They had the potential to be great. But without discipline, their potential was just that, potential. It wasn't turning into anything real because they weren't consistently putting in the effort to grow, improve, and stay focused.
This story really highlights something we can all relate to. Many of us set huge, ambitious goals, but when it comes to actually following through, we falter. Whether it's procrastination, distractions, or just a lack of focus, the key issue is often a lack of discipline.
You know, we can all identify with that. We've all had moments where we set big goals but then got caught up in the day-to-day or let our motivation fade. Without discipline, our actions don't align with our long-term goals, and that's when progress stalls.
Right. You may have the best intentions, but if you're not consistent in your actions, you'll find yourself falling behind, just like that musician. The lack of discipline will always keep you from reaching your full potential.
So, let's break this down. What exactly is discipline? A lot of people think it means being super rigid with yourself, constantly pushing and forcing things to happen, right? But it's actually not about being harsh on yourself. Discipline is about something a lot more empowering and sustainable.
Exactly. Discipline isn't about perfection or doing everything in one go. It's about creating habits that are in line with your goals and sticking to them, even when the initial excitement starts to fade. It's those everyday choices that matter, the little things you do consistently to stay on track.
That's right. Think about it. Discipline is the ability to make the right choices every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early to work on your project, even if you're not feeling 100% motivated. It's practicing your craft daily, not just when it feels easy or convenient.
And here's the kicker: discipline is about being committed to the process. It's not about rushing to the finish line, but understanding that the journey takes time. No matter how long it takes, you're in it for the long haul, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress.
So, when we say discipline, we're talking about staying focused on what matters, sticking to your commitments, and showing up every day, even when it's hard or when you'd rather do something else.
Exactly. It's about trust, the trust that what you're doing today, no matter how small, is leading you to where you want to go tomorrow. Discipline doesn't mean doing everything perfectly, it's about being consistent, staying on course, and making progress every day.
Now, let's take it a step further. You might be thinking, alright, I get it, discipline is important. But is there any real proof that it actually leads to success? Well, research has some pretty interesting answers for us.
Oh, absolutely. Studies show that people who practice discipline are generally more successful in the long run. And there's a reason for that. Discipline helps you stay focused on your goals, manage your time more efficiently, and push through the obstacles that inevitably come your way.
Exactly. Think of it like this: discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It's not something that comes naturally for most people, but the more you practice it, the more it becomes second nature. And when discipline becomes second nature, it's easier to stay on track, even when life throws challenges at you.
And this is where the science really kicks in. Research shows that people who are disciplined tend to have better time management skills, which is a huge factor in long-term success. They know how to prioritize their tasks, break down big goals into smaller, manageable steps, and avoid distractions that can derail their progress.
Right. And beyond time management, discipline also plays a key role in helping people stay motivated during tough times. It's easy to give up when things aren't going smoothly, but disciplined individuals know how to push through those moments and keep going, even when they don't feel like it.
So, in a way, discipline is a tool that allows you to stay consistent and keep moving forward, regardless of how motivated or excited you feel in the moment. And that's why it's such a powerful predictor of success. The more disciplined you are, the more likely you are to stay on track and reach your long-term goals.
And here's the thing: even if you don't have the most natural talent or the most perfect circumstances, discipline can level the playing field. When you're consistent, when you show up every day, you're more likely to make steady progress and eventually outpace others who rely solely on their initial spark of motivation or talent.
So, to sum it up, research shows that discipline isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a game-changer. It strengthens your focus, helps you manage your time, and allows you to keep going when others might quit. It's one of the key ingredients to lasting success.
So, let's talk about the role of discipline when it comes to achieving your long-term goals. You know, discipline is often called the bridge between your dreams and their actual achievement.
And it's true. Without discipline, even the best-laid plans or the most ambitious dreams can easily fall apart. You might have the clearest vision of what you want to achieve, but without the discipline to take consistent action, your goals will remain just that, goals, not accomplishments.
Exactly. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, step by step, toward what you want to achieve. It's not about doing everything perfectly or reaching your goal immediately. It's about staying consistent, even when things get tough or when you're not feeling that same burst of motivation you had at the start.
And this is where a lot of people struggle. When you're facing setbacks or obstacles, it can feel like your goal is slipping further away. But that's when discipline really comes into play. It's the ability to keep moving forward, even when the progress feels slow or when things seem to be getting harder.
That's right. The key is not perfection. It's about staying on track, no matter how small the steps may seem. Every little action you take in the right direction, no matter how insignificant it feels in the moment, is a step closer to your goal.
So true. You might not see huge results immediately, but trust me, those consistent steps add up over time. Every day that you show up, every time you stick to your plan, you're building momentum that will eventually lead you to success.
And here's something important to remember: even when you're not feeling 100% motivated, discipline helps you show up. You don't have to rely on motivation alone. Motivation can come and go, but discipline is what keeps you grounded in your commitment to your goal.
Exactly. Think about it like this: if you're building something, whether it's a business, learning a new skill, or improving your health, you're laying down bricks each day. Some days, the progress is barely noticeable, but you're still building. And before you know it, you have a solid structure that's the result of your consistent efforts.
That's why discipline is essential for turning your goals into tangible results. It's the force that keeps you moving forward, no matter how challenging the journey might get.
So, the next time you face a challenge or feel like giving up, remind yourself, the key isn't to be perfect, but to keep going. Even if you only take a small step today, it's a step closer to your goal, and that's what counts.
Alright, so now that we understand how important discipline is, the big question is, how do we actually build it? How do we turn that idea into something real, something that we can apply in our daily lives?
Great question. The good news is, building discipline doesn't require a major overhaul of your life. In fact, you can start small. It's all about setting yourself up for success with manageable steps. The key is consistency, not perfection.
Exactly. The first tip is to set daily goals. They don't have to be huge, overwhelming tasks. Start with small, achievable goals that you can easily incorporate into your routine. Maybe it's setting aside 20 minutes each day to work on your project or making sure you finish one task before moving on to the next.
The goal here is to create small, actionable habits that support your bigger goals. These daily tasks might seem tiny, but they add up over time. It's like building a muscle, starting with light weights and gradually increasing as you get stronger.
Another important tip is sticking to a routine. Your routine is like a structure that holds everything together. When you follow a routine, you don't have to rely on motivation to get started each day. You just know what's expected of you, and you get to work.
And I can't stress this enough: hold yourself accountable. It's easy to let things slide when no one's watching, but accountability keeps you in check. You can set up systems to track your progress, whether it's a simple checklist, a journal, or even telling a friend about your goals so they can check in on you.
But here's the thing: don't expect perfection. It's totally normal to slip up now and then. You might miss a day or not hit your goal. The important part is not to give up. When you slip, just get back on track as soon as you can. One setback doesn't mean you're starting from scratch, it just means you need to pick up where you left off.
Exactly. The goal is to stay resilient. Building discipline isn't about being perfect every time, it's about consistency. Over time, these small, repeated actions become habits, and before you know it, discipline will become second nature to you.
And that's the real beauty of it. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. It's like training your brain to focus and commit. So, keep at it, and remember, progress is progress, no matter how small.
So, to wrap it up, start small, create daily goals, stick to a routine, hold yourself accountable, and don't be too hard on yourself if you slip. The more you practice, the more disciplined you'll become, and before you know it, you'll be knocking out your goals with ease.
We've talked a lot about how discipline helps you achieve your goals, but did you know that it can also make you happier? It's not just about reaching your targets, it's about the feeling you get when you follow through on your commitments and stay true to your word.
Exactly. When you stick to your plans and consistently take action, you build a sense of accomplishment. And that sense of achievement can boost your self-confidence. You start to realize that you have control over your own success, not just waiting around for good luck or hoping for things to fall into place.
Right, and that's a game changer. The more disciplined you become, the more you realize that success isn't something that's just handed to you. It's about making the right choices, day in and day out, even when no one's watching. It's the result of your own decisions and actions.
And this feeling of accomplishment doesn't just come from the big wins. It comes from the everyday moments when you stick to your routine, make the right choices, and honor your commitments, even when it's tough.
And when you experience that on a regular basis, you start to build a positive feedback loop. You feel good because you're staying disciplined, and that feeling fuels more positive actions. The more you do, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the more motivated you are to keep going.
Absolutely. It's a cycle of growth and self-confidence. And guess what? That sense of achievement and happiness spills over into other areas of your life, too. When you start practicing discipline in one area, whether it's your career, health, or personal development, it can positively affect your relationships, mindset, and overall well-being.
Exactly. Discipline doesn't just lead to external success, it helps you become the kind of person who can handle challenges with confidence. And that confidence, in turn, brings a sense of happiness that no amount of instant gratification can provide.
And here's the thing, happiness isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about building a sense of fulfillment over time. When you know you're taking consistent action towards something that matters to you, it fills you with a deeper, more lasting sense of purpose.
That's the real magic of discipline. It doesn't just help you get ahead in life. It helps you feel good about the process, about who you're becoming, and about the choices you're making every single day.
So, remember, discipline isn't just a tool for success. It's a way to create a life you're proud of, to build happiness through action, and to know that you're doing the right things to move closer to your dreams, one day at a time.
Now, I want to hear from all of you. What goals are you currently working towards? How do you stay disciplined in your pursuit of success?
We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences, so drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. Share any tips or struggles you've faced when it comes to staying disciplined. We're all in this together.
Your feedback and stories can inspire others, so don't be shy. We're excited to see how discipline has helped you on your journey. Let's keep this discussion going. To wrap things up, discipline is truly the key that unlocks long-term success. It's about making consistent choices, staying focused, and never giving up, even when the going gets tough.
Exactly. If you want to achieve your goals and feel more fulfilled along the way, it all starts with building discipline today. Remember, every small effort counts, and over time, you'll see the big rewards.
Thank you so much for watching The Role of Discipline in Long-Term Success here on Clear English Podcasty. We hope this video has given you some valuable insights on how discipline can change your life.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more content that can help you unlock your full potential.
Stay disciplined, stay focused, and we'll see you in the next video.